This video describes Near2me, a travel destination recommender for people who like to travel outside mainstream tourism, visiting places that match their personal interests. Near2me was developed within PetaMedia. This is John. John is our typical user. He likes to travel, but when he travels, he seeks authentic experiences that allow him to connect to the spirit of the place. He doesn't like massive tourism activities and locations. However, the living culture of a city is as complex and multidimensional as the cultural expressions of the people who inhabit it, and it can provide authentic experiences in many domains. For example, food, extreme sports, architecture, technology, fashion, environmentalism, etc. For this reason, the random choice of activities outside the mainstream can result in bizarre choices that are too far from John's interests for him to engage. John best enjoys situations that take place in the intersection of his own identity and that of the place. When John visits places, he takes pictures, not only of landmarks he intends to visit, but also of interesting and curious things he finds along the way to them. The subjects of these pictures appeal to him because of their descriptive value of the spirit of the place, a relationship to some activity or interest that he likes, their aesthetic value, or usually a combination of these. He uploads these pictures to a photo sharing website where he tags them in order to organize them, describe them, and add context. Each of the pictures he takes also has a geotag that marks where the picture was taken. In many different corners of the world, other travelers, like John, also engage in similar photography taking, tagging, and sharing activities. Through their collective behavior, they create a pool of geolocated pictures that describe the spirit of each place and also the spirit of each of themselves. What's interesting about these pictures is that they were spontaneous. Unlike checking in or map-based travel routes that are usually related to famous landmarks only, these pictures portray less known places that travelers found interesting. Any places. It doesn't matter if they are famous or not. It even doesn't matter if the travelers who visited them don't know their names. But let's go back to John. John wants to visit Paris. He turns on his laptop, logs into Near2me, and chooses Paris as his destination. Near2me is an application that leverages the information within and around travelers' pictures to allow users to explore places from a personalized perspective, even if their interests are outside the mainstream. Near2me knows John's interests based on the locations where he took pictures during his previous travels. For example, we can see from pictures of John at the Borough Market in London and other markets that John has visited that John enjoys going to local markets to discover local food and crafts. Other travelers also share this interest. Travelers who enjoy visiting markets are likely to do so in many of the cities that they visit. Because of this, geotags marking the places where markets are likely to co-occur within travelers' picture sets. In this case, travelers that visited the Borough Market in London are much more likely than other people to have also visited the Marché Wilson in Paris. To Near2me, this means that these two places are related. We can assume that if John enjoyed the Borough Market, he will enjoy visiting the Marché Wilson during his trip to Paris and recommend it to him. Since this market is not a mainstream tourism destination, it is unlikely that John would have found it by traditional means. Let's see how this is done. The Near2me interface shows John 5 panels. In the first panel, there are pictures of the places Near2me recommends for him. In the next one, a map showing the places' locations. The third panel shows a list containing the names of these places, which are produced automatically by Near2me based on the picture's geotags. Next, a tag cloud describes the things that he can find in these places. The tags are clustered into topics, with only one representative tag showing for each topic to ensure that John can have a broad view without clutter. And last, a list of travelers who share John's interests and have photographed these places. John sees a picture he finds interesting. When he hovers the cursor over it, all the information related to this place highlights in each panel. Clicking on the picture, John dives into this location. The panels set up their content, and John is now exploring the Trocadero area. The tag cloud shows what Near2me recommends for John in Trocadero. John clicks on Market. He's now in Paris Trocadero area, Market. The tags now show, among other things, Marché Wilson. This is what he's seeing. The pictures depict the place. Near2me makes sure that the pictures are diverse enough for him to have a good idea of what can be found or done in this place. John likes the place and saves it to his travel plans, naming it Marché Wilson. John wonders if there are any other interesting markets in Paris. He removes the Trocadero area label, and now he can see all the Paris markets. Some travelers appear starred. This means that they are expert market chroniclers and photographers. By clicking on this user's avatar, John can experience markets in Paris from her perspective. He sees several markets he's interested in, and he adds the group to his travel plans. He continues exploring. In one picture, he sees something unknown to him. The information from the tags is not helpful to know what it is. He launches the image-based search. He picks the brush, he draws a contour around the unknown object, and he clicks the search button. Image-based search will look for related tags that can help John figure out what the object is. He continues to explore Paris and saves stuff to his travel plans. John is now in Paris. He logs into Near2me from his mobile phone. From his phone, he can continue exploring places and things as usual, but also access his saved travel plans and use them as his personalized guide while in Paris. He can set alerts for Near2me to notify him when he's close to his saved locations, or use the navigation function for Near2me to guide him there. He looks for the Marché Wilson in his travel plans, and he selects Take Me There. The navigation service opens to give him instructions. On his way to the Marché Wilson, John finds an interesting building and wants to know what it is. He takes a picture of it with his phone and uses Near2me image-based search to learn more about it. Finally, the market is around the corner, another opportunity for discovery whose pictures on location and along the way will fuel more recommendations and exploration.